Good afternoon. My name is Dewi Nuryanti and my lecturer number is 0315127901. Today I would like to explain about our subject, that is semantic. For the explanation will be shown in the first of course descriptions. Semantic course is a course that provides students with a solid understanding of key concepts in semantics and method of semantic analysis. Semantic is about how to understand meaning of language spoken by different speakers who have different background of culture. By attending this course, it is hoped that students will have good comprehensive knowledge about the use of different utterances with its different meaning, so that the course will enable students to proceed to more specialized aspect of semantic analysis. After taking this course, the outcome for the student is they are able to understand different meaning of words or utterances uttered by speakers in different contexts of speaking. Students are able to do a mini research about semantic, so that this course is a prerequisite subject. The students should pass morphosyntax so that they can take semantic. Here, for semantic, we are going to use some reference. Here, I have Charles Kreitler for introducing English semantic. We also will use semantic by Falmer, and then also semantic by Geoffrey Leach. And after that, I'm going to use some newest research in journal that is taken from different researchers. For this course, the learning outcomes for graduates of study program or CPL Prodi, from its knowledge, we hope that students will be mastering the theoretical concept of the study of language, literature, and culture in general, and the theoretical concept of the study of interest in language, literature, or culture to solve the problems related to the study of language, literature, or culture, especially the study of semantic. While in its special skill, we hope that the students will have skill in applying linguistic expertise to adapt culture and use cross-disciplinary knowledge into the mother tongue and in various forms of text, especially semantic skill. And the learning outcomes for graduates of study program will be breakdown into learning course achievement, or we know it as a CPMK. Yeah. Now here, student will be able to identify and explain concept of semantics in understanding different meanings of utterance. Student will able to describe and discuss the semantic structure of lexemes and relationship between them in utterances. And then students will have an enhanced knowledge of the semantic structure of utterances and apply the knowledge in doing research on semantic. So that each learning course achievement will have its subpart or in each different meaning. Now, the subpart of the learning course achievement, or we know it as sub-CPMK, will be divided into different meeting. For meeting 1, the basic competence that we are going to have is students are able to define the concept of meaning in semantics and are able to recognize the aspect of semantic knowledge. The topic is about the study of meaning. And its subtopic is the systematic study of meaning, the nature of language, language and individual, demonstrating semantic knowledge. Now here in meeting 1, students will discuss about some knowledge they have about utterances and its meaning. While in meeting 2, our basic competence is students understand about how language is used in form of written and signed form, as well as understand their prosody. Here in meeting 2, our topic is about language in use. And the subtopic is about pragmatic, natural, and conventional sign, linguistic sign, utterance and sentence, prosody, and nonverbal communication. In this meeting, the task is to find different meaning from different form of language use. while in meeting 3 and meeting 4 are combined into one basic competence because it will be continued for 2 meetings. The basic competence is student understand the meaning of language that can be found from different dimensions of and forms. So that the topic is about the dimensions of meaning. The subtopic for meeting 3 is about reference and denotation, connotation, sense relation, lexical and grammatical meaning, while for the meeting 4, our subtopic is about morphemes, homonymy and polysomy, lexical ambiguity, and sense meaning. Now here for the test for meeting 3 and meeting 4 is about analyzing sentences to find its meaning based on its different dimensions. And then we go to meeting 5. The basic competence is student understand the rules of each word in sentences based on its different valency and propositions because our topic is about semantic rule. And the subtopic is about sentence and propositions, semantic rules, some changes in valency. That is why the test is also analyzing proposition and draw its rule. And then after that, in meeting 6, our basic competence is about student understand the relations of each word based on its lexeme. We still talk about lexical relation, and our subtopic is about lexical field, kinship, hyponymy, synonymy, antonymy, binary, and non-binary antonymy. That is why the test is about analyzing sentences. And in meeting 7, our topic is about translation and transfer predicate. And then after that, we review and evaluate. And our basic competence is about student understand about the meaning of predicates, which indicate the moving object. While the subtopic is about transition, transfer, and we review previous topic before we do the analysis of the sentences, and students will prepare for their midterm test. After the midterm test, we will meet on meeting 8. The topic is about reference, and the basic competence we have the student to understand different ways of point on objects via language by using different references. The subtopic is about reference and referring expressions, extension and intentions, some different kinds of reference, different ways of referring, deixis, anaphora, and referential ambiguity. Here, the test is about analyzing references of predicates in sentences. Now here, if we see that before midterm test, students mostly focus on their theory, and then after that, after the midterm test, we are going to combine by using some analysis of the sentence. And then in meeting 9, the topic is about sentences as arguments. Basic competence is student understand the arguments in sentences may give different meaning. And the subtopic full statement clauses, question clauses, infinitive and gerund clauses, and also non-factual clauses, verb nouns, comparing types of clauses, and syntactic ambiguity. Now here, the students will discuss about the differentiation between meaning from different arguments in sentences, and also they will have some analysis of the sentences. In meeting 10, the topic is about speech act. So that the basic competence is students understand that sometimes speakers do an action only by uttering some utterances in their life. And the subtopic is about the term of sentences and the purpose of utterances and analyzes the speech act, and also we discuss about 7 kinds of speech act. So that here in meeting 10, the student is going to be asked to read journal articles so that they are going to have practice speech act by analyzing utterances from different sources. In meeting 11, we are going to combine the topic with meeting 12. So the topic is about aspect. The basic competence is student understand that predicates can show different aspect in speaking. So that student also understand that some aspect may continue and others may completely finish in different languages. And the subtopic for meeting 11 is generic and specific predication, stative predicate and dynamic predicate, and then durative and punctual, telic and atelic. While in meeting 12 is about ingressive, continuative, ingressive aspect, and prospective and retrospective aspect, and some grammatical expression of aspect. Now here, the test is also about reading journal article, and then after that, the student will be asked to thinking about one topic to be analyzed, and then after that, they do exercise from the book. And in meeting 13, the basic competence is a student understand the use of different predicates that may intense its different meaning. And the topic is about factivity, implication, and modality. Well, actually, this topic is also related to the speech act. Now, the subtopic is about factivity, implicative predicate, and modality. For the test here, student also analyze sentences in order to analyze the factivity, implicative, and modality. And after that, student will be asked to prepare their topic for doing their mini research. And the last is meeting 14. The topic is about variety of predicates. We are going to review, and we also have quiz here. And after that, we are going to prepare a mini research format and topic. The basic competence is a student understand a variety of predicate in sentences may give different meaning. The subtopic is attitudinal predicates, enabling and preventing, perceptual predicate. Now here, the quiz is about analyzing sentences and students will prepare for their final examination. In explaining the lessons, I'm going to have 3 stages. It is known as DIA, delivery, interaction, and assessment. The first is delivery process. Here is to encourage students. The learning process is done by using interactive process with mostly focus on students' activity. So here students should be more active. By this way, it is hoped that students have bigger curiosity in analyzing any phenomena of meaning in utterances. And then it will do a mini research by doing analysis. In this delivery process, we will have discussions, we will have personal activity, and we are going to have case study. The second is interaction process. Here is building a good interaction. It is not only between student and lecturer, but also among students. Interaction can also occur in problem solving, such as doing some project work. Yeah. Now here, discussion during the learning process will also be supported by question and answer sessions and practicing process. Now this process, questions and practice, will have 2 ways. The first is face-to-face in class at the scheduled time. So we are going to have synchronous way, and also we are going to use WhatsApp and email if the students still want to discuss something that they still get confused. And after that, student also can comment on campus LMS. We are going to use Adlink and CACAD forum. It means that we are going to use asynchronous. Yeah. Here, the asynchronous will be accessible at any time. So student may comment and may ask at any time. And the third is assessment process. Here, the discussion to encourage students to defend their opinion about something so that we will have students to have different opinion, and they can defend it. And then practicing by doing exercise. After that, quiz to see students' comprehension about the lesson. So I will give some quiz for the students, and then the student will also have personal and group work. And after that, problem solving by doing a mini research at the final project. That is why, in order to do the assessment process, we are going to have criterion and scoring for the students. They will have 10% for their presence at class, and they will have 30% for their midterm tests, and they will have 30% for their midterm test, and they will have 40% for their final term test, and for their individual test they will get 20%. I think that's all for explaining the lesson. Thank you. Yeah, good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss.
So how are you today?
Good. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good too. Okay, thank you for attending my class. So today we are going to have our third meeting, and our topic today is about the dimensions of meaning. Yeah. Okay, as we talked something last week related to meaning, we have meaning in signs and meaning in non-verbal and also verbal meaning. Now today, we are going to talk about this topic, the dimensions of meaning. We are going to talk about different meaning in language, especially in linguistics. The first we are going to talk about reference and denotations. Now here, if you see the yellow word, yeah, there is a word. We are going to talk about reference. Yeah, when we talk about reference, we talk about the word. Yeah, here, when we talk about reference, we also will talk about referring expression. The referent is the word. The referring expression is something referred to the word. Okay, now here the referring expression is mostly the noun phrase. If you see here, when we talk about referring expression, it mostly in noun phrase. If the reference is the word, we also have to know about the referent. The referent is its object. For example, the referring expression is Miss Dewi. The object or the referent is me. So the name and also the object is almost the same. Now we can say that reference, yeah, is the relations of something outside the language and its meaning with the contents of language itself. So reference is something outside the language that we have in our cognitions. Yeah, in our brain, something that we build here only in our cognitions. Now, when we talk about the reference, we will remember the theory by Ogden and Richard, the theory of word, concept, and its object. I'm going to draw the triangle. If you see here, yeah, we have three triangle here by Ogden and Richard. It says that between word and the concept and its object relate each other. What does it mean? Yeah, it means that if we see the object, yeah, when you see the object as the sign, this is the object as the sign, you will have in your cognitions try to figure out the word. You are going to understand the object's name. For example, I have tree. This is the picture of the tree. When I see the tree, I see the object, and then I'm going to figure out what is the object's name. It means that I'm going to go to the word. After that, after I understand the word, and then I try to put the concept in my cognitions. I put the concept that is the tree, a kind of something, and then after that, the concept here I put in my cognitions, and then after that I try to relate it to the object. That is why we can say that in Ogden and Richard triangle, we cannot separate each part. We are going to have three phases here. When you see the object, you try to figure out the word, and then after that you set the concept in your mind. Yeah. Now here, the relation between a language expression and the situations of language use is one of the concept of Ogden and Richard. And as usual, if you have question, you may interrupt me by the question. The next is we talk about denotations. Yeah. When we talk about denotation, we talk about potential word to enter into language expressions. The denotation is also the knowledge that the speaker and the hearers, it could be me and it could be you, to have to make a conversation success. It means that when we have a conversation and we spend our time in our conversation, it means that the denotation between us successfully convey. Yeah. Now let's see here. I have the example. My example is like this. My word is the word dog. Yeah, with we know that it is consists of the and then a and then g. Yeah, this is the concept of the word. Yeah, and then after that, when we see its denotation, what does it mean by the word dog? It means that the word dog denote to something outside the language. Yeah, what does it mean? Let's see here. If I say the word dog, it means that I talk about certain animal has 4 legs has a tail, has a barking animal, and this is domesticated animal. That is dog. Yeah. Now, here I will have another example. I have the word carrot. What do you think? Its denotations. Okay, we can say that it is vegetable. Okay, what else?
Orange.
Is it fruit? Okay, we can say it's a fruit. Orange. Yeah. What else?
Nickname.
It could be a nickname. Okay. So these all are the denotations of carrot that you understand and you experience. Yeah. But what about the object? Yeah. When we see the object, it's probably vegetable. It's probably orange. Yeah. But sometimes, if you go to abroad, you will have the other color of the carrot. So it is not always orange. And after that, when we understand about denotation meaning, we also have to understand about connotation meaning. Yeah, they will always be together, denotation and connotation. Now, when we talk about connotations, we are going to try to make associations of one referent, it means that one object, which includes the emotions association. Now, here, when we talk about connotation meaning, mostly we try to relate between the object and our past experience that arouse our emotions. Now, let's see. This connotation meaning is a personal aspect of meaning, the emotional association that the word aroused. Yeah. And the meaning sometimes relate to the speaker or hearer experience. Now let's see. My first example is the word dog. Let's see. When we hear someone say dog, people will react differently. Yeah. When someone say to me, there is a dog, I will get frightened. Yeah. Now, what about you? When you hear the word dog, what do you think? Is it a people friend? Okay. Is it a fear?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a domesticated animal?
Yes.
Is it a canine? No? Okay, because remember that when we talk about connotation, it relates to our experience. It means that you never meet canine. Canine is a police dog. Yeah? Okay. Now, let's see. For me, based on my experience, because I was frightened by the dog, so every time people said there is a dog, I got frightened. Yeah. Maybe my friend will say that when I say the word dog, it's so cute. Yeah. So we have different experience. So this is our way in understanding connotations. It relates to our emotional. It relates to our past experience. Okay, so this syntagmatic relation and paradigmatic relation is about two different things. I'm going to give you the example. My example is here. My father listens to music. Okay, from its syntagmatic relation, we are going to focus on its unit. Yeah, the first unit is our subject, the second unit is our predicate and the object. But here, because we are going to talk about syntagmatic relation, we are going to talk about its logical. That is, we have to see its agreement. Because my father is the subject, it is the third singular person, it will causes the predicate. Yeah, because we have the third singular person, so the predicate should be ended by s. Yeah, this is our syntagmatic relation. If we see from its paradigmatic relation, we are going to have another way. Remember, paradigmatic relation is about relations of choice. We are going to make a choice here. Because we use the predicate listens, so our choices is about music. Yeah, the predicate listens cause us to use our here. Yeah, but we can make a choice. So that I'm going to change music. I'm not going to use music anymore here. I will make a choice here. My father listens to music will be changed into my father listens to me. Is it logical? Yeah. Or my father listens to my mother. So it is also the logical relation. We are going to make a choice of one word. That is in our logical relations. Is it clear enough? Okay. May I continue? Now the next is we talk about homonymy and polysomy. Yeah. The first is homonymy. Homonymy means that two lexemes. We have two lexemes. This lexeme has similar in pronunciation, similar in spelling, but this lexeme has different in meaning. Yeah, remember, homonymy has two lexeme that has similar in pronunciation, similar in spelling, but different in meaning. Yeah. What about the meaning of homonymy? Here, the meaning is not related. Okay, let's see. I have the word bow. Yeah, one word here, and then it can be appear in two lexeme based on its different sentence. The bow can be an arrow, and the bow can be bending your body. Yeah, they have similar in pronunciation and spelling, but different in meaning. Yeah, and then the next we also have polysomy. In here, polysomy means that we have one lexeme, but this lexeme has many related meanings. Now, the most popular example is the lexeme head. Yeah, it could be the part of our body. It could be the leader of one institution. It could be part of the mountain. So that we can conclude the related meaning is about highest part or highest position. Yeah. Or other example is like what should we call it? The head. Yeah. And then we also have the foot. Yeah. The foot of the chair, the foot of our body. It is the lowest part of something. That is for homonymy and polysomy. And then the next meaning that we have also understand is lexical ambiguity. Yeah, it happened because homonyms occur in the same positions in utterance. We are going to talk about lexical ambiguity. One lexeme that causes ambiguous. Yeah. Now the ambiguous of one lexeme which is placed at the position in one sentence. Now here I have the example. I was on my way to the bank. The word the bank may cause ambiguous. Yeah, you may think that when I say I was on my way to the bank, and then you said that Miss Dewi is going to take her money. Yeah, but actually I was on my way to the bank. It means that the bank is the edge of the river. I'm not going to the financial building. So this cause ambiguous. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to write another example here. This is the colorless green. This is the most popular example of Chomsky. Yeah? If you see here, the colorless green, there is ambiguous. Okay? The first is colorless. Colorless means there is no color, right? But what about green? It's a color. That is why we can say that colorless green is ambiguous.
Miss,
Yeah. Yeah.
I have another example. Cool, because sometimes people say cool to this, and cool also means some weather.
Okay, so it is
Expression.
yeah amazing for expression. Okay, expressions, and then
Cool, it means to weather.
weather.
Yeah.
It is for cool. Okay, okay. Now we can say it is for weather. Okay, thank you, Afri. Well, I think that's all for today. Yeah. Is there any questions? Is it clear enough? Okay, so here today you are going to do the exercise at home, and then after that you have to submit on at link. Do the exercise on this chapter and submit it before evening, before 8 p.m. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.